Hello, welcome everyone. This is Tara, that crazy donkey lady. On this channel, we talk about barn life, living with donkeys, having barn cats, living in alignment with the earth, and mental health. And we have a good time doing it. If that sounds like your jam, please subscribe. I wanted to explain why I have been so delayed in getting a video up. I started a new job 2 months ago, and I've really been throwing myself into it. It's a lovely job at a lovely school. I'm a full-time teacher again, and I just needed to spend that time getting used to the new curriculum and the new flow and the culture at the school. So I'm back. Yay! I wanted to say in general, I think that things at the barn have been going well. We're getting in a good flow. My son improved our fencing situation, which I think has improved how everything is going at the barn. In terms of the donkeys, the two spotted donkeys are doing very well. The little donkey, who's actually my oldest donkey, is struggling with his weight. Really just can't keep weight on him. Love some advice from people out there. I have a little bit of an update on the barn cats. Kind of intriguing, a lot of positive stuff. And I have a manure problem in that I have way too much manure. What will I do with it? Enjoy the video. In terms of the barn, we have made some improvements. My son and his friend helped make a better fence in between my mom's house and the donkeys. So that's been going better because she was feeling a little bit intimidated by the donkeys coming up and wanting carrots all the time. So now she has a little bit more of a barrier between her backyard and the donkeys. They put up this very inexpensive fence that I got off an auction house, and it's really done the trick. Well, things at the barn have been going well. The main problem is that DK, my oldest donkey, he's about 26. He is really struggling with his weight. I feed him extra pellets to get his weight on, and it just doesn't seem to be working very well. He'll gain a bit of weight, and then he loses weight, and then he'll gain some weight, and then he'll lose some weight. It's really frustrating, and I'm really worried about him, and so is the vet. I don't know if this is just end of life stuff. It could be, I don't know. Haven't really thought about that too much yet, but we are really trying our best to keep his weight on. The other two, Toady and Bowser, are doing really well. They're thriving at the barn. You'll see in this video that I have concerns about perhaps that Bowser has a drinking problem. You'll see it. I'm beginning to think that Bowser might have a drinking problem. What's that, Bowser? No?
Hey, you're all sleepy. You ate a whole bunch of food.
So the barn cats are doing well. If you haven't watched my channel before, I just want to let you know that they both came from a hoarding situation in the Phoenix area, and they were actually at the Maricopa Animal Control for 3 years in a cage because they couldn't socialize. But the difference between the two is pretty extreme. TJ is much friendlier. He loves to walk around the barn, loves to play with the critters. He doesn't seem to be much of a hunter, but he definitely likes to play with the crickets and things like that. But we'll see. His sister, however, Angelica, really fearful. She does seem, she hides most of the day in the storage shed, but she does come out sometimes and out of hiding of the storage shed at night. But I don't know that I've ever seen her in the yard. It's hard to tell because she looks just like TJ. But at least her life is better than being in a cage. It's just hard to watch a cat that's obviously been so traumatized by its previous owner. So here is Angelica and her brother TJ. TJ is this one. He's a little bit more, or a lot more friendly. He sees that I brought him some wet cat food and he's thinking about getting it, but he's probably gonna wait for me to leave. He's decided to go back to his sister. I rarely see her, but I cleaned out the storage shed. She didn't like the water, so she came up. So I have a bit of a problem. I have too much manure. So I decided what I'm going to do is to start selling it to benefit my nonprofit. So hopefully that will work. I'm going to bring it to my different events that I have in town and maybe offer a 20-pound bag for $10. So I hope that kind of resolves the situation, because right now we have 4 kiddie pools, the large size, full of donkey poop, and that's just too much. Hi. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about was mental health. So, something really strange happened in my classroom 2 weeks ago. One of my really sweet students started really acting out. Um, in the middle of it, I kind of found out why, that his family situation was changing. Um, but his behavior shocked the rest of the classroom. They did not know what to make of it. And I believe in the theory that behavior is communication. So while the student wasn't telling his friends what was going on in his life, he was telling them with his words, he was telling them with his actions. The good news is that for the most part, the kids were so surprised they kind of didn't know what to do with it. So most of the students gave him some really good grace. The next day, the students found out that he was going to have to leave the school for a family situation, and the kids were wonderful about it, and we shed many tears and we wrote cards. It was a lovely day. So I'm saying this as a reminder that please, when someone's acting out of character, ask them what's going on. Don't just judge, because honestly, if what happened to him had happened to me, I would have been acting out of character as well. So remember to love yourself, love each other, love the earth, and let's make this place a better place.